sees my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are
Thank you for saying that. Thank you for saying that. I just realized. Let me restart this again. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Double Game Week 22 deadline stream. How is everyone doing? Samanal, welcome. Says first, and Shubharan as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So didn't move KDB to Bruno. Still worth it. Conte absence swaying my thoughts. Oh, okay. Fair enough. And I'm giving Salah one more chance. What do you think? Shall I keep KDB or Mahrez? I already have Man United players. If you already have Man United players, you can just keep KDB and Mahrez as well. And Salah, one more chance. I guess Wolves, maybe you could probably keep it. The thing is, there is a potential chance that if you, I guess after this, if you keep it, there's a potential chance for a double in 25, game week 25. We don't know yet, but there is a potential chance for that. Shubharan, so who are the United players you have right now? Who are the United players you have right now? Having said that, I need to activate my triple captaincy chip, which I haven't done. I mean Salah, KDB or Mahrez. Shall I keep KDB or Mahrez? Oh, wait. Do you want to keep KDB or Mahrez, as in to get who are you? Are you trying to get Bruno Fernandes in, or if so, yeah, that's fine. I don't mind moving KDB to Bruno if you wanted to. But if you already have triple United, you can just like keep it as it is. I did KDB to Bruno, but at the same time, I did Martinelli to Mahrez. I have Bruno, Rashford, and Shaw. Okay, so if you have that, then it's fine. Currently, Shubharan has currently a Rashford and Shaw. Doubting KDB as the switch back would be 8 points. Fair enough. Fair enough. For me, what I did was I went KDB to Bruno. I went Martial to Nketiah and Martinelli to Mahrez. So in game week 23, I probably wouldn't be going back to KDB because I think I'm happy with just Mahrez and Haaland for 23. So I'm not going to be doing the whole hooky cookie switch. But if you wanted KDB again, then yeah, it kind of makes sense. If you already have 2 United, it's fine. Estupinan or White? First of all, Moment, welcome to the football chat box. I'm expecting, if you want to know who to start for this week, I would probably go with. I think Ben White is still a pretty good shout, but Estupinan did get a bit more attacking and probably has better minutes. So maybe let's go with Estupinan for this one. Rian, welcome. How are you doing? Will, welcome. How are you doing as well? Among these three, whom do you prefer? KDB, Salah, and Mahrez. Out of the three, I prefer right now, if it's value for money, it's Mahrez. I would go first of all Mahrez because he's playing really well, KDB, and then Salah in that order. Just because of value for money, Mahrez is delivering. Also, Conte absence makes returns for KDB more likely. Probably, you could say that. You could say that as well. Who would you play? Kulusevski, Mitro, or Che Adams? Where is Che Adams? Southampton are playing Brentford. Ooh. I would still probably play. Given the fixture, Shea Adams probably has the slightly easier fixture, but then Southampton haven't been on the best of form, to be honest. Having said that, Mitrovic could be on pen still. So maybe against Chelsea it's not a bad option, but I think Chelsea might keep a clean sheet. So I don't mind going for Shea Adams in that one. Kulusevski, on the other hand, I think City game will be just a bit too hard. Is Mahrez nailed enough? Pep said Foden is back as well. Well, I don't know if he's I don't think any City player is really nailed enough. But I think Mahrez is competing with Bernardo Silva, right? It's not really competing with Foden. Foden's on the left-hand side. Mahrez is on the right-hand side. So Foden is competing with Grealish. Bamford starting. Probably, right? Because Rodrigo is out now. So most likely. But would I go for a Leeds player? I probably wouldn't go for a Leeds player, to be honest. Alex, how are you doing? And Rokugu, welcome as well. How are you doing? Welcome to the football chat box. Alex says, how have you been? I'm doing well. Thank you for asking. How are you? And Rodrigo replacement under 6 mil, not from teams blanking in Game Week 25. Under 6 mil, not from teams blanking in Game Week 25. Ooh, I would have said Mitoma, but I guess Andres Pereira probably is the shout here. Probably Andres Pereira right now because everyone else is kind of blanking. But to be honest, damn, Mitoma is like the best option. Maybe Aronson is a possibility. Yeah, probably Andres Pereira, to be honest, at this point. I can't really suggest someone else under that price who doesn't blank in 25. Can you have a look at my team, please? 40-50 in the league. Yes, let's have a look. Alright, if you guys haven't joined the league, Football Chatbox Mini League, league code is down in the description, X269WB. And if you are new, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well. Let's have a look of Alex. Wow, 87 points. Alex, successful wildcard. Mitoma is in. Nice. Interesting. Rashford on the bench, unlucky. You have a lot of players who are going to blank, aren't they? In Gameweek 25. You're going to be in a slight issue. You probably will need to get ready to put at least March away first. Or even Shah. One of the two have kind of got to go at the moment. You're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 spots blanking in 25. So Sanchez this week. Also Almiron versus Ake this week. Almiron versus Ake. That's a tough one. Usually I like to tell you guys to go for the attacker in this specific situation, but Almiron has looked quite poor in recent times. But again, I still expect I expect these guys to I expect Spurs to kind of score against City. Alex, you need to kind of who are you willing to get rid of, Alex? March, Mitoma, one of the two you're trying to get rid of. You're gonna have a big problem when it comes to Gameweek 25. Let me know and I'll come back to your team. Leon Bay, yeah, you could. Oh, actually, Villa players aren't too bad for under 6 million, to be honest. Leon Bay is also not a bad shout, to be honest. That's also true. Leon Bay is not a bad shout. Nah, probably not Ruben Neves, even though they possibly get a double. Yeah, Leon Bay is also not a bad shout. Aronson could be, but we kind of need to see on Leeds, to be honest. Leon Bay is a pretty decent shout. Let's have a look at Will's team. I do have it up right here. Open. Here we go. This is Will's team. A 2 free transfer used, one for KDB to Bruno. Is this? And plan to reverse it next week. Unsure whether to roll Mitoma for Andreas or Enketia for a -4. Tripled up, so need white out. Well, you can wait one more week at the moment to see, right? You don't have to get rid of White immediately, because you could be in a situation where you might even want to get rid of Martinelli at a time. So we don't know that yet. So maybe you just hold on to that for now and then see how they play against Everton, whether Martinelli becomes like a rotation or not, or whether White actually becomes a rotation or not. We don't know which one is going to be a bit of a problem. And then you could probably look to bring in Enketia for maybe a Mitro or Tony, depending on which one, depending on one of the two. And then you could move one of the defenders. If it's a White, you could move to a City player, or you could move Martinelli to Amares if you had the money. Or you're going back to KDB, right? That's the thing. Oh wait, if you're going back to KDB, if you're going back to KDB, then I guess you could do Martinelli to Odegaard as well. That's a possibility, depending on the situation. Let me bring this. Which team will blank on Gameweek 25? Manchester United, Manchester United, Newcastle, Brighton, and Brentford. Those are the 4 teams that are blanking in Gameweek 25. What do you think? Thoughts on Andreas for Mitoma to bench Mitro? Andres for Mitoma to bench Mitro. That's not a bad. Actually, that's not a bad move, to be honest. Getting in Mitoma as well. You'll have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you'll have to. Yeah, I mean, you'll have 4 players, which is not a problem. You can deal with the game week 25 by the time it gets there. Yeah, that's not a bad move as well. Will get in Mitoma in for Andres Pereira and then bench in Mitrovic. That's actually not a bad move because you can deal. You don't have too many blankers by the time it gets to 25, and you can probably deal with it as well. There's still enough space of time to to maybe move Shaw out if you wanted to. So that's not too bad. Yeah, I need to get rid of Edison too. Oh yeah, for like Triple City. I would do white to Ake, but it blocks KDB. Yeah, true. Just notice Edison. I didn't notice that before. Fair enough. Alex says probably March. Yeah, March, right? Aronson or Harris? This game week, my team is looking good. Yes, this game week, your team actually looks pretty good, given the fixtures. Because Brighton play Bournemouth, which is a really good fixture as well. But just keep in mind, you might have to handle that soon. Aronson or Harrison? I would probably go Aronson for the moment. But to be honest, Leon Bay, I mean, yeah, probably him. Which let's have a look for Leeds players, to be honest. How is Harrison's minutes? Not too bad. Value wise, Aronson is 0.4 cheaper. Minutes also a bit more lower though. So maybe Harrison if you wanted a bit. Yeah, Harrison probably should get a bit better minutes. But in terms of value, I think Aronson is better. To be honest, Somerville, I don't know whether he'll start playing or not. He's supposed to be back. He was doing well before World Cup. So I'm not sure what his injury situation and everything is. But he would have been a really good player as well. De Gea, Shaw, Alexis, De Gea. Sorry, wait. Rokugo says, any chance Tomiyasu might start instead of White? He got subbed off at halftime versus United and didn't play versus City. So the substitution for the halftime for United was because he was on a yellow card. And Rashford was giving him big problems. So I guess Arteta didn't want to risk another yellow and a red card. So that's kind of the reason for the substitution. At halftime. Now, the cup game against City, maybe that's rotation. So at the moment, I don't think we can read too much into it. I think he starts, to be honest. But a bit hard to say at the moment. I still think he's the main choice left back. I don't see him getting dropped at the moment. De Gea, Shaw, Trippier, White, March, Mitoma, Saka, Odegaard, Rashford, triple captain, Tony, and Haaland, bench Pope, Shah, Kane, and me. Should I do Kane for March? Kane for March? Oh, you mean starting Kane? Yeah. I don't mind. Actually, I don't mind starting Kane over Solly March. Yes. Even though Kane has City, it's not a bad option. Not a bad option. Please check my team and what should I do doing triple captain Rashford. Luke, let's have a look. Is it still the same team, Luke, that you kind of like tweeted me at? Is it still the same team? Let me have a look. So is this the same team, Luke? And also Zachariah, welcome. How are you doing? Sean, welcome as well. How are you doing? I will get to your questions. So this is Luke's team. To be honest, this is pretty solid. I don't really see what to change, to be honest. I mean, you could potentially start Greenwood or Mitrovic and hope that Greenwood gets a few minutes. But apart from that, everything else looks actually pretty solid. I'm doing triple captain Rashford. I think that's also not too bad, to be honest. This is a pretty solid team, Luke. I wouldn't really change anything. The only thing is Salah. But I think you can start Salah for this week against Wolves. If he doesn't perform, straight to KDB for next week. That's something you can probably do. But at the moment, Salah is a pretty good option. Keep him for Wolves. surely Liverpool do something against Wolves. But yeah, that's a good team. I really like Brighton fixture before the blank, and yeah, I should have enough time to deal with the blanks. Yeah, exactly. I think the fixtures are pretty good. I was looking at bringing Mitoma as well for myself, for my team, but then I looked at like game week 23 and I was like, I'm going to be benching Mitoma in game week 23 if I bought him in. So I just went and bought Mahrez instead. And then I was looking at 24 and I was like, one fixture before. I was like, yeah, I'll just bring Mahrez instead of Mitoma. That's why I didn't bring Mitoma, but I think Mitoma is still a good option. White was sub due to yellow card concession. Yep. Exactly. Zachariah, how are you doing? Welcome. 7th on the league for Luke. I think Luke, I had a look at this. I guess this is what you sent to me. So I think that should be fine. You have 2 free transfers, so need to do something. Okay. If you have 2 free transfers and need to do something, I mean, Salah to KDB for 1 free transfer is not a bad move, to be honest. Salah to KDB, or if you wanted Salah to Mahrez as well, is not a bad move for 1 free transfer. But then you have Ake as well, so you have to pick your city midfielder who you want. Or you could go Mitrovic to who would I go at the moment? I probably wouldn't move there. It's the midfield. I mean, you could probably move Salah to Mitoma as well if you wanted to. Salah to Mitoma, and then next week you could do Fernandes to KDB or Mahrez, whichever way you wanted. Those are 2 possible moves you could do, because you still have enough of players there where before game week 25 you should be able to deal with it. So that's something you could probably try and do, unless you really wanted to boom Mitrovic out for someone. At the moment there aren't too many forward options. That's the only problem. Sanchez versus Kepa this game week seems like we should stick with Sanchez. You say that, to be honest, and I kind of agree, but then I would have thought the same for last week, and Kepa went and kept a clean sheet. Like I said to you guys, like some miracle that Chelsea keep a clean sheet against Liverpool, and it happened. And Sanchez was playing Leicester, and he couldn't keep a clean sheet against Leicester. So I'm just going to start Kepa. And I mean, this week, they're possible that Sanchez keeps a clean sheet, but I don't know. I'll start Kepa and see. The guy makes so many saves that he does end up on bonus as well because of that. So yeah. Great to see you, Ryan. I'm tempted to bring in Mitoma, even though he has a blank coming up. I'm still able to have 11 place in game in 25 if I bring him in. But is it worth to take a hit to bring him in? If not, I would need to play Mbeumo. You would need to play Mbeumo. No, you just take the hit and bring Mitoma in. I would rather take the hit and play Mitoma than play. I would rather take the hit and bring Mitoma in than play Mbeumo, to be honest. I don't think the ceiling for Mbeumo is as high as Mitoma, so make the move. Okay, cool. I'm off now, but have a good evening. No worries, Alex. Have a good evening. You too. Wish you the best as well, and hope you get a green arrow. Luke, I answered his. We are woeful. I would bet on us doing anything against anyone right now. Oh, I wouldn't bet on it. Yeah, fair enough. So if you wanted to get rid of Salah, Luke, it's a possibility. You could bring Mitoma in if you wanted to. Could be Martinelli to Odegaard in case Trossard gets minutes in double game week. You could do that, but you probably don't need to rush to that move this week. You can just do 1 free transfer this week and then save the next free transfer for next week and kind of decide on that next week. Sam, whom to bench? Ward, Pope, Trippier, Shaw, White, Veltman, Fernandes, Odegaard, Rashford, Mount, Andres, Gnotto, Haaland, and Nketiah. Well, I would bench Veltman. I would bench Veltman. I would bench Andres. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh no, 3, 4, 3. Yeah, 3, 4, 3. Yeah. So it'll be Veltman and Andres should be fine as a bench in. And you would have Trippier, Shaw, White in your backline. I think you've missed one defender in mentioning. Fernandes, Odegaard, Rashford, Mount, and is your midfield, and in Otto, Haaland, and Nketiah in your front line. I think that should be fine. Salah to KDB and Mitro to Nketiah. That's pretty good set of moves. Sander, and also welcome. Welcome to the football Chatbox. 3 Arsenal players. Yeah, he has 3 Arsenal players already here, which is why he can't do that. He needs to move Martinelli often. But then you get into the stage of taking hits. I therefore start Sanchez, not gonna lie. Don't tempt me, guys. Don't tempt me. Thoughts on triple captain Rashford or Fernandes? Good question. I need to do this because I was debating between Fernandes and Rashford in terms of who to even actually give the armband for. I wasn't sure. I hadn't really settled on who to give the armband for. But then I saw Martial back in like that last game, and then he was linking up with Rashford really well. Rashford got like 2 assists in like a couple minutes, and I was like, yeah, maybe it's time to give Rashford the armband. The guy is on form. Kind of makes sense. This is like Salah last season in Gameweek 26, where it was kind of obvious that he was the best triple captaincy option. This kind of looks the same thing as like that. 2 good home fixtures. Most informed player in the league at the moment. So kind of, I don't want to overthink it at this point. So I'm just going to like play my triple captaincy just like that. Save my team. We played my triple captaincy, and now Rashford is having triple captaincy. That's kind of where I'm leaning at the moment. Would you one free transfer Patterson to Shaw game week 22, bench Ake, 20 to Nketiah game week 23, no hit, O'Kane, Andreas, Patterson to Nketiah, Bruno, Shaw -8. Let's have a look. Zachariah. Patterson to Shaw. Or bench Ake. And then 20 to Nketiah. I would do what you're doing. I would do the one free transfer Patterson to Shaw and then bench Ake. And then in 23, I would do a 20 to Nketiah. I don't think you need to rush. You're in a really good rank as well. Taking a -8, I don't know. I think your team looks pretty decent that you don't need to like rush it like that. You could do, but then you keep KDB. Want to get rid of Kane. Kane, yeah. But Kane has nice fixtures as well though after. I know it's a City game, but then after that, it's not too bad. I mean, Chelsea, yeah. Kane, Andreas, Patterson to Nketiah, Bruno, and Shaw. That's also not a bad set of moves, to be honest. That's also not a bad set of moves. But for a -8, I don't know if it's worth doing that for a -8 itself. I'm happy to like kind of like do what you suggested in the first one. Bench 2. Botman, me, March, Martinelli. I would bench Ben Me. And I would probably bench. You know what? Controversial, but I probably might bench Solly March just because of the fact, right? Where is this? I think it was Everton are weak on the flanks in terms of conceding chances. Where is this? I think I saw it somewhere. Let me find it for you guys. Here we go. Most chances conceded for Everton, right? Let me bring this up. Everton's chances, the way they concede chances, are both on the wings. So I don't mind starting Martinelli. I would bench like me and March that specific situation. Or bench both Botman and me and start Solly March and Martinelli. That's another possibility as well. Which is why I'm thinking like could be a good time for Martinelli. I know I sold Martinelli, but still the data shows that maybe he might get something. Tony or Enketia? Enketia for me, Enketia. Thoughts on Mitro to Will says I gotta go. Good luck this week, Ryan and Chat. I still got lots of catching up to do. Good luck, Will. Wish you the best of luck, and I hope you get a green arrow as well. And hopefully Liverpool do get a W for you as well. Thoughts on Mitro to Noto or Bamford? I probably go Noto just because of the price. Because of the price point, I probably go there, and it also depends on your team structure though. Looking at your team, you're most likely going to play 3-5-2 most of the time. You already have Greenwood, so I probably wouldn't. If you wanted Nyato, I would do Greenwood to Nyato, not Mitro to Nyato. Then you're going to just end up with two issues. If you wanted Mitro to Bamford, maybe is not a bad shout to try. I don't know if you have value to do Greenwood to Bamford if you wanted to as well. That's just a possibility. Let me know if that's a possibility. Triple Captain won't have better options in the upcoming weeks. You have, so where is that chip? I think you guys would have seen the. I think I did this before. Now let me bring it up. You guys would, if you saw the podcast, you would have seen the possible chip weeks that I would have put up. Let me bring it up here. Side. Here we go. Possible chip weeks of when we can play a triple captaincy chip. I was looking at like when you get doubles and everything, and it's either this week or next week where I kind of look and see you probably want to play the triple captain chip. Because all the other weeks where I think you would want to have doubles and all that appear, you probably might end up playing certain other chips. So I feel like the triple captaincy chip will come in the way of certain other chips. Now this depends on whether you've already used certain other chips or not. If you haven't used certain other chips, then I think it's either this week or next week for the triple captaincy. Because I can't really think of, and also we don't have the information, right? So it's very hard to tell when would be another good option for triple captaincy. But at the moment, this is kind of where I'm thinking. If you've used some other chips, then it's a slightly different story. But for those who haven't used any other chips, 22 and 23 is probably the best options for triple captaincy at the moment. For -8 gain 3 extra matches but have 6 blanks, Gameweek 25. Well, you can deal with the 6 blanks. Yeah, the thing is you'll be moving out at least 2, right? By 24 and then 1 in 25. So you'll have 3 players then. That's how you'll have to handle it. 3 extra matches for -8 isn't a bad shot. Abdurrahman, how are you doing? And X Ansi, how are you doing as well? Welcome. And Alex, how are you doing as well? Can you look at my team? Let's have a look. Yes, we'll do. What did you say? 7705057. Is this your team, Alex? 770. Can you let me know if this is your team? Have I found the correct team? Yeah, Michaelis. Yeah, it looks like it. Taken a -4, Almiron plus Salah to Bruno plus Odegaard. Need to leave money in the bag for Bruno to KDB next week. Want to do another hit for Castanege to White. Ooh, I would probably wait on that Castanege to White move at the moment, for the reasons being that there's been slight concerns on whether White is going to be continually starting or Tomiyasu will be back or not. So probably hold on that move. I don't think you need to move for that hit immediately. But Mitro to Enketia on the other hand, now that is not a bad move. I don't mind doing that move, to be honest. That's not a bad move, to be honest. Kane, Patterson, Almiron to Fernandez, Shaw, and Enketia for -8. Not a bad move. I mean, Patterson and Almiron, both you're getting rid for players who will perform. Yep, I don't mind that. Exansi. I hope I pronounced it correctly. Abdurrahman, how are you doing? How are you doing? Sam says, please suggest question from my friend. Play Botman, West Ham at home. Thiago Silva, Fulham at home. Trippier is already in his starting 11. Does he have Kepa in his starting 11 as well? Or does he not have Kepa? If he doesn't have Kepa and he wants to diversify his risk, then Thiago Silva for Fulham at home is not a bad shout. Alex says yes. Okay, hopefully that helped. Mitro to Nketiah is not bad. This one I'll probably wait before you move to Ben White, to be honest. But Mitro to Nketiah for a -4 could pay off actually against Everton. Okay, I managed to get through all the questions. No Kepa, he has Edison. Okay. Then yeah, it's not too bad. Thiago Silva at home. Fulham at home. You kind of diversify your risk just in case. Josh, welcome. How are you doing? Thoughts on Mitro to Nketiah this week, and then next week, I'll bring in Odegaard for Martinelli and Mahrez for Almiron, provided everything goes to plan. That's not bad. I like those setup moves. I think it could pay off, to be honest. It's actually not too bad, those moves. Sounds good. That sounds good. Mitro, I think, to be honest, people who are looking to get Mitro out for Nketiah, not a bad set of moves to do, actually, to be honest. That sounds good. And also, Josh, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Guys, if you are new and if you enjoy the content, hit the like button and subscribe as well while you're at it. Make sure to subscribe because it does help the channel. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. So hopefully with your help, we will be able to get there. I feel like getting Nketiah will freeze me out of an Arsenal defender, which I will want going forward. We'll probably do Shaw to Gabriel in 25. Wait, this is Alex's team. For this, no? Wait, but you don't have another Arsenal player. You only have one Arsenal player right now, right? So if you do Mitro to Nketiah, don't you still have the opportunity to go Shaw to Gabriel and triple Arsenal? Unless you want another Arsenal midfielder. Have I mistaken that? Alright, so this let me open this in another new tab. Now in terms of captaincies, just want to see where everyone is going in terms of captaincies. What is this? Is this captaincy? Yes. Ashford. Okay, I want to see whether people are. Ashford seems to be the high captaincy here. Let me see. Let me put a poll on here as well. All right, I put a poll. Hopefully that kind of like looks at everything. Let me know what you guys think. I have 2 now. Did Almiron to Odegaard? That makes much more sense. Yeah, then you can kind of wait. To be honest, then you can kind of wait on that. So keep Mitro for now, because you can then kind of analyze what happens with Martinelli as well for 1 more week in terms of information. All right, now in terms of team, this is what the team is looking like. I hope it pays off. We'll have to see, obviously. Make sure you guys hit that like button as well, because it means that a lot more people can find the stream. I'll also have a look for some early team news. I'm very interested to see whether Reece James starts or not. Kind of very interested in that to see whether Reece James starts or not. We'll have to wait and see. What are your transfer plans for next game week? Good question. Currently, my transfer plans for next game week kinda could go a couple ways. It could go a roller transfer because I don't really need to do a transfer. It could go short to Ake as well if I wanted to get that City player, which I could do. If I was to show you guys, let's print this in value. So the current situation was this. So for next week, I could do short Ake if I wanted to, right? Or I could just keep it like this and I can roll the transfer. And then in game week 24, I'll have something like this. And I'm like, still looks pretty solid to be honest. But then I could have done short to Ake over here. So if I did short Ake, it's just the one transfer I wanted to do. That kind of deals with like one of the blanks. One of the blank players. Go forward. Looks pretty solid. I will roll the transfer in 24. And then in 25, I'll have 2 free transfers. Where I will kind of do... I don't know. I'll probably have to move Fernandez off for someone. Or actually, I'll move Almiron off for someone. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. So that's kind of something where I could do. I mean, if Liverpool do have a double, Salah could come in here. I'll have to find a way to get Salah in. That's something I'll have to probably think about. I haven't decided yet on all of that. Reece James could become an option, to be honest. I could just roll this week, not bring Ake in, and then think about Reece James as well as an option. So I haven't decided yet. But yeah, that's the kind of current thinking situation. Erland, welcome to the Football Chatbox. Odegaard or Nketiah, he asked. That is depending on your team structure. If you want to play a midfield 5, Odegaard. If you want to play a forward 3, Nketiah. Instead of Bruno to KDB, I could do Bruno and Andres to Saka and Mahrez. But is triple Arsenal midfield overkill? Triple Arsenal midfield? Yeah, that's probably overkill. That is probably overkill. I want to get rid of White due to uncertainty for Saka or Nketiah. But somehow White and Trippier have been bonus magnets. That's because White is involved in the play, right? Defenders, when they're involved in a lot of the play, in terms of passing and everything and pass completion, if their pass completion is high, they get a lot of baseline BPS. So because of that is why like you see Trippier and bonus, Trippier and White being like very heavy on the bonus. Thanks, mate. No worries. No worries. No worries. Guys, if this helps you, hit the like button and smash the subscribe button as well. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers. Cool. I think we're looking good in terms of. Let me move this. Team is looking good. I'm trying to find. What was it? I was trying to find any league team news for Chelsea, just to see whether like Rhys James is starting or not, and see what Chelsea's kind of teams are looking like. But haven't seen anything yet. Probably way too early as well, to be honest. Cool. Alright. How is in terms of points? I wanted to check this as well. I would have loved to have Mitoma in my team, but just couldn't get it. Gaming 22. This is so tight between Rashford and Fernandes, to be honest. Shaw, De Gea. Bamford is up. Gaming 23, obviously Haaland, Saka, Odegaard, KDB, Ketia. Mahrez is not too far behind as well. If he gets more minutes, Mahrez is a better option. Or value-wise is an equally good option. Alright, let's see how the poll is going. Rashford triple captaincy on 57%. Rashford captaincy on 43%. Very interesting. Very interesting there. Alright, cool. Looking like everyone seems to be kind of comfortable with their situations right now, I guess. Depending on how things go, if people don't have too many questions, I want thoughts on this team. Ederson, Trippier, Botman, Shaw, White, Veltman, Odegaard, Rashford, KDB, Fernandes, Haaland. Benches, Havertz, Mitro, and Andreas. Ederson, Trippier, Botman, Shaw, White. Wait, you're starting a back five. Oof, very confident back five that is. Yeah, that's not a bad team actually, to be honest. It's not a bad team, Sam. Because all of those, like that back five is capable of getting a clean sheet this week. Jian, how are you doing? Welcome. Chat was deactivated. Oh, wonder why what happened there. Thoughts on Weghorst as a differential? Everyone has Mitrovic, Tony Kane, and Bruno. To be honest, I don't see. I think he's going to be rotated with Martial. Now, I'm not sure if Martial. I haven't seen any news on Martial. Training or anything like that. So I'm not really completely sure. But I just think he's going to have his minutes slightly reduced at the moment. If you wanted a differential United player, who can you go for? This is an extremely big punt. But in midfield, if you wanted a midfielder, Casemiro is not a bad option, if I would say. I mean, he's not a bad option, Casemiro. He seems to be getting on the end of certain things at the moment. So if you wanted a completely differential one, you think he will play double game week? Who? Weghorst or Martial? I think Martial will feature a bit in the double game week. Let me just check. I haven't seen any news about him being injured or anything. Let me see. There was talk about him not being in training or something. Yeah, I think Martial will actually feature in one of the double game weeks. Which is why I kind of think like might not be the best of options. Having Weghorst. That's kind of what my thinking is at the moment. I think Weghorst's minutes will also be lower, and Martial's will also probably be lower. Both of them are going to like eat into each other's minutes. I certain of triple captain Rashford gives me the confidence of doing the same. At the moment, yes. I was kind of uncertain about it because I was like, I can't captain Fernandes, but then I think that was more of me kind of like at the rank I am in, trying to find a differential, trying to captain someone else as a differential. But I think I'm kind of confident on Rashford, to be honest. The form he's been in, he's been rested as well, to be honest. So he was rested as well for some games, so should be a good option. That's what I'm thinking. So I'm kind of confident on it. Also, Gian, let me know if that kind of helps you the answer. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it's just that I think Weghorst will have his minutes eaten into with Martial also playing. If you wanted a differential, not a United player, but Bamford is not a bad shout. The question is minutes. I'm not really sure. Maybe he gets about 110 minutes, 115 minutes if you're lucky. So maybe Bamford could be a decent option. Jeff, how are you doing? Jeff says, welcome to the Fullback Chatbox as well. Hi man, would I do what? Yes, I'm waiting. Alright. While we wait for would you do Mitro, Trossard, James, Tunato, Bruno, and Mings? Ooh. I will fire that question back to you and ask, do you need to do Reece James to be able to get... Do you need to take off Reece James to be able to get Bruno Fernandes? Is that... Or can you keep Reece James without... I mean, can you keep Reece James and get Bruno Fernandes in at the same time? Just want to know about that. Okay, so you need to get rid of Reece James to get Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, then I would probably do that. Yeah, I don't mind. It's just that Reece James will most likely be back in back in contention for all of us as someone you might want to look at getting in sooner or later. Oh, depends on situation. But yeah, I don't mind doing that move. Just keep in mind that Nyato isn't a long-term fix, and probably in the short term he's fine. I love my punts. I have Darwin against Wolves since no one wants him anymore, and I think I will go with Bruno. Fair enough. Ray has been silently racking up points. He's second at the moment. Yeah, I know, right? Brentford are doing pretty decently, to be honest. Need Reese for cash. Yep. Brentford are doing decently, so could see them keeping another clean sheet. I wouldn't be surprised. The thing is, they blank in game week 25, unfortunately. So that's the thing. Thank you. No worries. If it helped you, make sure to hit the like button. What defender would you get for 4.5? Should they not blank in game week 25? Is that a consideration as well or not? If so, I mean, Minx looks like the best option, to be honest. I would say Forest have improved their defense slightly, but then probably wouldn't use them at the moment. I mean, I don't mind Minx just because game week 25 against Everton as well. Pretty good fixture, to be honest. So yeah, probably Minx. Good option. Looking at everyone else. Have trips, white, shaw, no blanks. Yeah. So like your option for Minx is not too bad. Because let's go back to this. Let's go defense. Let's filter by cost 4.5. Now obviously these are including blank players as well. But if you remove that, Minx is there at 4.3 as a decent option. Bueno, if you wanted a Liverpool player, I mean that's not a bad shout as well. But I'm assuming you already have him as your fifth choice defender. Botman unfortunately blanks, but he would have been a good shot as well. Thank you. No worries. What time is the... Okay. Sean Dice is considered good defensively. Let's see how much points Arsenal stars get this time against Everton. The thing is, I don't think he's had enough time to to kind of get Everton into maybe any good defensive training yet. The other thing is he hasn't got players. They didn't get him any players in the transfer window, and they ended up losing Anthony Gordon as well. So not really sure if he's going to be making too much of an impact in his first game, but you never know, right? New manager bounce. We'll have a look and see what happens. Okay, decided I'm going Salah to Bruno for double game week, and then Bruno to KDB. Weghorst to crazy of a choice. The Weghorst is not crazy of a choice. It's just that the minutes are the issue. If Martial wasn't yet fit, then I wouldn't have minded. Just the minutes. That's the only problem. If you wanted like a forward punt, Bamford is not a bad shout. Maybe like Bamford is probably equally as good as Weghorst at this point. Just don't expect too many goals because I think Forest are a good defensive team. So I wouldn't expect Leeds to actually do much against Forest. And also United are defensively solid as well. That's the one problem. But yeah, if you wanted to go for Weghorst, I wouldn't stop you from going for Weghorst. All right. Ooh. But Weghorst not better than Bruno. I don't think it was one or the other. Okay. No, I don't think Weghorst is better than Bruno. No. Yeah. Fair enough. Then go for Bruno. To be honest, Bruno is still actually a differential player on the overall scheme of things. 13.7 team selected by. When you look at the whole game, I know there's a lot of like within like the community and on Twitter and everything, like there's a lot of talk, but overall he's only selected by 13.7%. So he's still quite differential. Like if you look at Mahrez, 8.1, Nketiah, 8. So these are all like differential. Like look at Kane, 36. That's template. Odegaard, 34. Fernandes is still pretty low on, to be honest. So not a bad shot. Still somewhat differential. Not in my league. All Bruno holics. Fair enough. To be honest, I think that's the same in some of my leagues as well. Trying to win a mini league is not easy. I am chasing one specific mini league. Kind of off at the moment, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe I can still make it up. I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Meanwhile, obviously the Football Chatbox panel team, for anyone who hasn't seen the Football Chatbox panel team, is doing an absolute madness, the Football Chatbox panel team. And I think what we did this week was, if you watch the podcast, I think we did Darwin to Nketiah and rolled the second free transfer. It's at 39k, Football Chatbox panel team. It's supposed to be the risky team of our panel, but for some reason it's outscoring all of us right now. And it's just absolutely on fire. Soccer lover, welcome. How are you doing? Choose one between Nketiah and Mahrez, or Tony and Odegaard for next week. I already have Saka and Martinelli. For next week, I would probably go Mahrez because you already have Saka and Martinelli. I'll probably go Mahrez, to be honest, at this point, just because the midfielder gets that extra points. Oh wait, between Nketiah and Mahrez or Tony, if you're asking for combination, Nketiah and Mahrez definitely over Tony and Odegaard. That combo is better at the moment. All right, cool. Are you using a triple captaincy chip this game week? Yes, I am. It's currently active. I am using it. It's on Rashford. So triple captaincy has been played. And also, Jason, welcome to the Football Chatbox. I hope you're having a good day. So yeah, triple captaincy chip is active. on Marcus Rashford. And this is the rest of the team. I've taken a -8 to get here. So hopefully it kind of pays off. We'll see. Sam has also gone triple captaincy Rashford. All right. Good luck, Sam. I think both of us will be cheering for a couple United goals from Rashford. If you can haul in both games big time, that would be lovely. I'm expecting Rashford to be a triple captain by a lot of people in my league. Play Almiron or Kane? Kane. I would probably play Kane, even though he's playing against City. At the moment, Kane is a bit more consistent in terms of returns than Almiron. So Kane. And also, Anch, welcome to the football chat box. How many chips remaining? When shall you wildcard? If we go back to something like this, let me go back. So after my triple captaincy chip, I've got my free hit and bench boost and wildcard as well left. So I have all the other chips left. When I will wildcard, I haven't decided yet. It'll depend on how I navigate Game Week 28, to be honest. It'll depend on if I can get through Game Week 28 and I'm well set up for 29 as well, then I probably might wildcard in 33 ahead of 34 and 37, like those doubles. I don't know yet. We don't know. Depends on the fixtures in 32 as well, how they turn up. But I don't mind wildcarding in 33 and then bench boost in 34, free hit in 37. Those are some of the thoughts, some of the ideas that's running through my head, but we'll see. 29, if 29 is actually a big double game week as well, we don't know at the moment, then I don't mind wildcarding in 29 as well to take advantage of that. But I haven't decided yet at the moment for that. Is tripling up on United and Arsenal a good thing? Right now, I'm getting in Shaw or Cancelo. Shaw for Cancelo actually probably makes perfect sense at this moment. Tripling up on United for their double game week is not a bad choice. They also still have good fixtures before they blank in 25. So it's not a bad move actually. Preparation for Game Week 25. I think I should be fine for Game Week 25. Because if you look at my team, I've got triple United and I have double Newcastle. Now, I can take one United player off next week. If I wanted, I could move. I haven't decided. I could move Shaw if I wanted to, or I could just keep him. And play the same team and roll a transfer. And then Game Week 23, I could probably decide again what to do. Kind of looking at Reece James as well. I want to see Reece James because Chelsea do run into a really good set of fixtures now. I'm aware of what Reece James is capable of in terms of the 1-pointers and 0-pointers, but we also know what he's capable of in terms of explosiveness. Now, fixtures-wise, Chelsea do have a set of good fixtures overall. 25, I'm aware that it's Liverpool, it's Spurs, but I mean, Spurs isn't a hard fixture, I would say. So I don't mind Reece James in Game Week 24. So I kind of need to see whether he plays in 22 or not, and 23 as well. Kind of need to monitor that situation. If not, Shaw to Ake next week kind of seems like probably the most sensible move to do. But yeah, we'll see. I haven't decided yet. But I should be fine. I should be able to get a full 11 out for Game Week 25. But all the moves I've done, I've noticed that I have not been able to get rid of Almiron. In I look at what moves I'll do and everything, and I'm like, I still have Almiron for some reason until I get to Game Week 25, where I most likely then probably get rid of him. But we kind of need to. The other thing is, I need to Depends on Liverpool as well. If Liverpool get a double in Gaming 25, I don't think you can ignore that Liverpool double in Gaming 25. So have to be a bit careful with the cash and where I spend it as well. That's another thing. Cool. I think we're looking okay at the moment, probably. Mm. One week Haaland's performance changed the rank so much. I know, right? Game week was it game week 9? Where I captained Salah and Haaland went and scored a hat-trick against United. Was it a hat-trick? I think so. He got like 21 points. That was just... It went downhill from there. And I'm still trying to recover from that. It's crazy. But, I mean, we'll see. Hopefully. I just need a bit of luck. I've just been very unlucky this season. Martial to Bruno were 2 transfers when they blank in Gaming 25. I've already done it, PSP. It's just that thing is, Bruno depends on how you handle it, but Bruno is still a good option. Even like for those who might have Bruno next week as well, he's still a good option against Leeds and has way more minutes than Martial at the moment. So I don't mind that move. Even for 2 transfers when they're blank in 25, to be honest. So yeah, it's not a bad set of moves to do. Because I think Martial's minutes are going to be hit, and yeah, that's the thing. So I don't mind actually getting Bruno. Amit, how are you doing? Late for the stream? No worries. Triple captain Rashford? Yes. Ebenezer, I am triple captain Rashford. Football Chatbox team has been an absolute surprise this time. You mean the panel team? The panel team, if you're talking about the panel team, yes, it has surprised even me. Like, the panel team started off as like the most risky team, but it's been one of those seasons where differentials are just dominating and performing, like double Newcastle defense. We had Rashford, Fernandes, we already had Darwin. I mean, we still have Darwin. Oh no, we don't have Darwin anymore. We bought in Nketiah. Mitoma, we went on. So the panel team has been performing well. My team, on the other hand, has been like all over the shop at the moment. Yeah, the panel team, right? Yeah, panel team. It's at 39k at the moment in the world. It's beating all of us, which is crazy. But and like we look at the team, the thing is the panel team has about 5 million in the bank, and you look at that team and you're like, that team is just so good at the moment, and it has like 5 million in the bank, which is like shocking. And also there have been weeks where we've forgotten to make transfers. Like we've absolutely like gone, oh shit, we didn't make a transfer on the panel team. Completely forgot. And even having done that, it's still at like 39k. Imagine if we didn't forget to make certain transfers. Oh my god. Yeah, but yeah, the panel team is just absolutely on fire. And even the panel team, we don't even look at price rises on the panel team because we only make the moves on the podcast time. So we wait till the podcast to actually decide and make moves. most of the time, so you end up missing on price rises and everything. And even having done all of that, it's like, yeah, it's just one of those seasons, isn't it? Can you suggest some moves? I'm 13 in the league. I already did cancel a Shaw, 2 in bank, 1 free transfer thinking Salah to Bruno. Let's have a look, shall we? You already did cancel Shaw. Thinking Salah to Bruno. Yeah, I don't mind Salah to Bruno, to be honest. I would have never thought I would say this, but like, yeah, Liverpool, at the moment, we don't know what Liverpool will turn up. So Salah to Bruno is not a bad choice, given that Bruno has 2 extra games. I mean, an extra game. So yeah, I'd probably do that, Amit. Will Eriksen's minute be reduced after the new signing? Well, Eriksen at the moment is injured, so his minutes are out. His minutes are already reduced. So at the he's supposed to be injured. I think the injury was pretty bad, so he's supposed to be out till at least May, probably. Which is why Bruno now becomes slightly. Which is why a lot of people are talking about Bruno, because of the fact that he's now on more set pieces and everything. Because Eriksen is out. That's also why we went for the new signing, because Eriksen got injured. Alright. Let's have a look. Alright, I think we should be fine. I am looking for any team news on Chelsea, but can't seem to find anything at the moment. Predicted points for this week. For who are we talking about? Talking about signing, Chelsea's signings are yet to take the center stage. Reece James and Chilwell too have been long forgotten. I think Reece James we'll start. If Reece James does start in this Fulham game, the talk about him being an option will come up very soon. Especially given a lot of people have Shaw and might look to move Shaw out. Wait and see. Reece James will be a very popular move if he does play today and does well. Predictor points, for who are we looking, Amit? Let me know. If you want just general predicted points, this is how we're looking. Let me switch this to top 50. This is kind of how we're looking for this week. Actually, I should probably switch that to just 1 week kind of thing. and see, because I think Haaland and everyone will come higher. But yeah, Chelsea. I'm looking. I did the scout the game week with FPL Sided Pete yesterday. He's a Chelsea fan. Wow, so many United players on top. But this is the predicted points at the moment. And Haaland is not Haaland. Sorry, Rich James is one. Mudryk is probably another option that we're kind of looking to see. I think 7.5 million for Mudryk or something, if I'm not mistaken. So looking forward to see how he does as well. It'll be a very interesting to see whether he can actually do well as an option. That's another play that we should probably keep an eye out for. This is the predicted points. Haaland at 5.8, Salah 5.4, Nketiah 5.3, Weghorst 5.2. But yeah, this is kind of how it's looking like. Let me know if you want me to scroll up or anything. Seven? 7 million. Let me have a look. Probably yes. Probably correct. You're probably correct. Oh yeah, 7 million. Could be a decent punt, you know. Could be a decent punt with these fixtures. Could be a very tempting option with those fixtures, to be honest. We'll see how he does. I think a lot of Chelsea players are going to be very interesting options very soon. Thanks, Ryan. That will do. Awesome. So yeah, a lot of Chelsea players are going to be very interesting options. I'm going to have. We'll see how they do actually. Fulham game also will be interesting, although I might be half asleep during that time because I need to get my sleep again. But we'll see. Maybe that they will be very interesting as well to see. What's the time the game will be? 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock in the morning here. I need some sleep as well. Friday night deadlines are not for me. It's quite late. The deadlines usually. Evan, how are you doing? Welcome. Kane to Nketiah, Almiron to Bruno, and Rashford triple captain. I'm going to be a United fan this week. Join the club. Come on. I think a lot of people are going to be United fans this week. They're going to be like Rashford, hat-trick, all of that. Come. Join the club. But to be honest, those moves are not too bad. Kane to Nketiah, yeah, I guess. I've seen quite a few people have gone Kane to Nketiah as well. It's not a bad set to do, I guess, because if you need to get Bruno, that's kind of one of the ways to go without getting rid of like a KDB or someone. Start White or Almiron. Oof. Usually I would lean with I usually like to lean towards the attacker, but Almiron hasn't really been performing, so I would probably go Ben White in this case. But in most cases, I prefer to lean with the attacker, especially when it comes with comparing attacker and defender. Rashford or Bruno for the armband? I have gone Marcus Rashford. I think it's close, to be honest. To be honest, I still think the armband between Rashford and Fernandes is not too far. I think it's pretty close for me. I don't think there will be too much of a difference. But you never know, right? Because if you look at the last game against Forest, Rashford came on, got 2 assists. Bruno Fernandes didn't really get anything. So I still think Rashford is probably slightly better than Bruno Fernandes. But I won't be surprised if Bruno Fernandes actually does return quite a bit as well. It'll all depend on if Martial plays or not. If Martial plays, I think Rashford's points get better. So that's another thing. Kind of we want to see and see, wait and see what happens for that. Um, yeah, we'll have to wait and see on all of that, to be honest. Dimitris, welcome. Is Vegas a good differential? Kinda, not really, because his minutes will be an issue. Like, I think he's going to be eating. Him and Martial are going to be sharing minutes in this double game week. So, with that considered, I don't know if he's that much of a good differential because his minutes will be low. If his minutes wasn't an issue, then I would have been like, yeah, that's not too bad. But because his minutes will be managed, then it's not that great. Who has pens for United? I still think it's Bruno Fernandes, to be honest. But it will depend on the game situation at this point. If Marcus Rashford is on a hat trick, it could end up being Rashford. If Bruno Fernandes is on a hat trick, then it'll be Bruno Fernandes. That's kind of the situation at the moment, I feel like. But I think in terms of who is the main penalty taker, I still think it's Fernandes. I've gone 3-5-2. Ooh. What's the team looking like, Jian? What is the team looking like? I think you mentioned it before. You went Salah to Bruno, right? Trippier, White, Shaw, Mitoma, Bruno, Odegaard, Martinelli, Rashford. Ooh, that midfield is looking nice. Darwin and Haaland. Look at that differential. Darwin differential. Mitoma still actually a differential, to be honest. Bruno also somewhat of a differential. Is there any other game week for triple captain? Next week, Haaland playing Aston Villa and Arsenal. Apart from that, nothing really at the moment confirmed. There is a possibility that Liverpool get a double in 25, but not really confirmed. After that, we aren't really sure in terms of where doubles will appear. There is a possibility that Brighton get a few doubles, but I don't know if you'll want to triple captain a Brighton player at the moment. Darwin makes me want to cry every week. When I owned Darwin, I was like that. I was like, bro, you get so many chances. I'm like, why don't you finish? Why don't you finish your dinner? He gets so many chances. But yeah, I know the feeling. You're like, this guy is like, could be a really good FPL asset if he can just finish the chances he gets. But overall, I think the Liverpool's attack is still missing something. I will see. I think when they are like when Luis Diaz and everyone come back, maybe it'll improve. It's always so close yet so far. Yep. Agreed. It'll improve. Start Metro versus Chelsea or Bueno versus Pool. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Bueno gets a clean sheet versus Liverpool at this point. But yeah, Metro versus Chelsea is also not a bad move at the moment. But yeah, that's a very close one. I'll probably lean towards Metro slightly. Like Vinicius in his first year. Yes, I remember I was telling one of my friends who was a Real Madrid fan. I was like, Vinicius is 99 dribbling and 0 finishing in his first year. 99 dribbling, 0 finishing. He just couldn't properly finish. Now look at him. Now he's like a completely different player to what he was in his first year. Takes time normally in football. First season always hardest. Yeah, exactly right. Trying to get in, especially in the Premier League, trying to adapt first season is always going to be tough. Good chat, bro. All the best. Thank you. Good luck to you as well, Jian. I hope you get a green arrow and hopefully all the puns come through as well. All right, people. I don't know if we'll wait till the deadline, to be honest, because I don't think there's going to be too much as well, and not many people are really that interested in Chelsea versus Fulham. So we might end it slightly early, and so that I can get a bit more of sleep as well at the same time. But if you have any final questions, let me know. If not, I think we'll probably call it. Okay, with Ake or Akanji for the double in 23. Nathan Ake at the moment. Nathan Ake, because I can't see anyone else who will play left back at the moment over there as well. So at the moment, Nathan Ake. Final team: Kepa, Trippier, Saliba, Shaw, Bruno, Martinelli, Almiron, Rashi, Mitro, Kane, Haaland, triple captain, Rashford. Nice. Good luck, Amit. Hope you do well. Pretty solid team as well. Alright, people. I think we'll probably call it there. I am gonna go and get some sleep because it's pretty late. And I wish you all the best of luck. So shout out to everyone. Let me end the poll as well. Looks like Rashford triple captaincy is leading. Marco 107, welcome. Bruno Nyato Gameweek 22 and Andreas Gameweek 23. Or Marcia Gameweek 22 or Maris Gameweek 23. You kind of Captain Shaw, don't Captain Shaw. No. There are better options. Start Shaw, yes, but Captain Rashford or Bruno Fernandes if you wanted. Bruno to Nyato, Gameweek 22. Andreas or Marcia Gameweek. You might want to rephrase that question, Marco. I'm kind of confused. What are the moves happening here? I'm kind of confused at this moment. Good luck. No worries. Thank you. Wish you the same as well. Okay, I'll wait for your final one and then we'll call it after that. Odegaard, Martial, Gaming 22, Mahrez, Gaming 23. I would probably go... Ooh, Martial isn't going to start, by the way. I don't see Martial starting both games. I think he'll start maybe one, maybe sub on the other. That's the only thing. But overall, Bruno and Nota for 22, Andres for 23, or Martial and Odegaard for 22, Mahrez for 23. Okay, so I kind of got it down. Overall, I think Martial and Odegaard for 22 and Mahrez for 23 kind of looks like a good option. But then I'm assuming you will have Odegaard for 23 as well. Yes. If so, I think that's a pretty good set of moves, to be honest. I like that a bit better. Just because you'll have Odegaard for 23 and you'll have Mahrez for 23 as well, and both of them double in 23. If that's the case, then I like that. Sorry for bad wording. No. It's fine. I kind of got it. The initial Odegaard I didn't get, but once you said it was Odegaard, then I kind of got it. So yeah, I like that. Martial, Odegaard 22, Mahrez 23. But keep in mind that Martial wouldn't play 90 minutes of both games for the double game week. That's the only thing you kind of have to keep in mind. Yeah, unsure. I don't think Martial is going to be playing too many minutes. Maybe 100 to 110, 120 minutes if you're lucky. But most likely, probably 60 minutes first game, another 30 or 40 minutes somewhere else. But yeah. Thanks a lot. Good luck. No worries. Good luck to you as well. Hope you guys get a good luck. Alright. I think if it helped you, make sure you hit the like button and subscribe as well for anyone who's watched this. So shout out to Marco, shout out to Rokugu, Amit, Jian, Dimitris, Evan, Sagar, Sam, Ebenezer, PSP, Jeff, who else? Alex, Abdurrahman, Semonal, Zachariah, Ate, who else? Luke, Alex, Will, shout out everyone, Shubharan as well, and Rian, and shout out everyone. I think that's almost all of it. Shout out to all of everyone for joining me. Rashid triple captain and not only captain. Why Rashid triple captain and not only captain? What do you mean? Why am I triple captain in Rashford and not just captaining? It's just because I don't think there's going to be like better options for a triple captaincy player. And I think next week Haaland has Villa and Arsenal, and that's slightly tougher in terms of a fixture for a triple captain. That's kind of why. So leaning towards Rashford triple captaincy because of that. Hopefully that answers it. Okay, cool. No worries, no worries. All good, all good. All right, cool. I think we'll call it there. Thank you all for watching. Good luck to everyone. I hope you guys have a great week. Enjoy the football. Great weekend. Have a great weekend. I am going to get some sleep, and I hope you guys also have a good night as well. Thank you all for joining me and keeping me company. And I will see you all next week when we have a bit more content and all of that. So lots of football to play. I will see you all next week. I am thinking of maybe like a reactionary stream, like a Gameweek 21, like how they do knee-jerk streams, something like that. I'll see. I'll let you guys know. If there is one, I will let you guys know. But at the moment, probably podcast 5 things as well. I need to get on 5 things as well. But yeah, content coming. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe as well. Thank you all for watching. Have a good night.